Sorry about that. What's up, everybody? Alive and Stone podcast here with Brian. I have a very, very, very festive Angel Graves here with us. Angel, go ahead and introduce yourself. Say hi to everyone and tell us what band you're from.
Hey guys, Angel Graves here with Devil's Envy.
Yeah.
It's good to be on the show, man. Thanks for having me.
Hell yeah. So this is kind of a new hangout series that we're doing with Alive and Stone, where we kind of, with my band, is I want to kind of, reach out to everyone and, some of the bands and kind of have these meet and greets and kind of have these hangout sessions where we, take about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to kind of, let everyone know what's going on with everyone, let people know what's going on with the new music and stuff like that, and kind of just bring the community together and kind of, expose you to our fan base, get us to, get exposure to your fan base and kind of lift everyone up as a community. And this isn't just something that we're doing local. It's something that we want to do all over the place. But we're not going to take a whole lot of your time. We know you guys got a new one coming for us. I do believe the latest one was Psycho, right? That one was definitely on that one was on TikTok a lot. I've seen a lot of that.
Yeah, really. I haven't kept up with it, but no, that song is pretty old. Like we had another release. It was under another label. So we released that one as a cover of Billie Eilish's song, "You Should See Me in a Crown." So we
awesome.
we had put that out. And
2021, I think.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I got him mixed up. I apologize about that.
No, you're good, man. It's because sometimes I get confused. I'm like, wait, because what happened was when we started out, we were writing these singles, and we decided instead of doing the DistroKid route that we go with a proper, or not proper, that's probably the wrong word to say, more of a higher up tier of distribution. So we partnered with Symphonic, and we were able to get like our library from DistroKid with them, and so it changed the release dates on it, and that's why I get thrown off. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I gotta. So we have so many.
Definitely, man, definitely, yeah, definitely. I definitely paid attention to your, like, I took a look at your bio. I know that you guys have definitely been working with some labels and stuff in the past, and there's been some stuff bouncing around there. I definitely heard of you guys. A band I was in a long time ago named Black Nova. We played the same show with you guys out in Shanghai, but that was a while ago. I think you might be. So we want to know for our guests. I do believe. Are you a new singer for this project, or are you always been with this project?
Yeah, I started it with Sean, our drummer. He and I just started writing songs together, and he'd get drunk and sit on the couch like, hey, man, I got this riff for you. And he'd just like, and I'm like, okay, that's weird coming from a drummer, but let's try it. And I just like kind of play whatever he got. And from there, like we just stuck together for a couple of years and decided, hey, we should just do a proper band. And we hired Ryan, and he was our front man for a little bit. And then we were under a different name. We were called Embrace the Envy for a while, and that didn't work out much. And so I started releasing our stuff like incognito style, just like lyric video here and there for Look at Me Now. And then we had another front man. He was more like the screamer, because we were trying to go for like that Atreyu vibe for a little bit.
Right.
And,
absolutely.
Yeah, and that was just short term. He lived kind of far, and he couldn't, we couldn't make it work together for a little bit. And so he decided to step away from music for a little bit as well.
Yeah, you have to excuse me, because the bio told me that the lead singer is Angel Graves, so you're the lead vocalist. But I was so sometimes you just gotta take matters into your own hands, right?
Yeah, like we didn't. It came to us by surprise. Sean was like I don't know, man. Like he was doubting it, because I was always the backup singer and the guitar player and just writing riffs. And
yeah, I know what that's like.
And he's like, "What are we gonna do? We have a singer." I'm like, "Well, try it out." I mean, I played and sang for a lot of the songs, and I'm like, okay, let's just try it out. I tried it out with guitar, and I'm like, okay, this is too hard. And I let that go a little bit, and I'll bring it out for a couple songs, but then I'm like, I'll just be a real front man and take charge from there. And it worked, and we were both happy with it, and so we just kept going, just running
definitely
with it.
Man. Yeah, I definitely dig the I dig what you guys are trying to do with, like, blending a lot of those metal influences a lot with a very a very catchy, very straightforward kind of rock sound. I think
Right,
that's something that you guys do well. I know you guys have had a little bit of contact with SXM Octane. Could you tell
right.
us a little bit about that? Do you guys get a few test drives? Like, what's your affiliation with those guys?
Just I mean, I've worked with them a lot, and
Mm,
you know, their team are very well familiar with us.
the guys. Yep.
Working with POD that's gone performances there. Very great people up there, really nice folks. And then I brought their attention, I guess, to the project,
Hmm.
and Psycho was the latest one that hit. We released a couple other ones, but
Yeah.
we didn't have the budget for the marketing, so we just kind of just released it just to have content and you know, put something, you know, of our touch out there. And even still, like, we don't have to hit big market numbers to just put out what we enjoy. So we had a couple ones. I think we did Showtime. After that, it was a cover of or reimagining of Beetlejuice theme song, and I had my kid on it. It was great.
That's awesome.
And you know, we got the licensing agreements, and it was approved through DistroKid, and so we used that smaller platform to release through DistroKid and just put it out there. It's like a YouTube still video, and I think, you know, hopefully eventually we'll come up with a video concept for it. And then we had Alter Ego that's based off of like Avengers and like superheroes. It touches on like,
Yeah.
you know, losing my brother back when I was serving. Um, yeah, it's you know, we lost our brother like through depression and everything. So Alter Ego is about that. It touches on that, and he was a big artist. Like, he, not big artist, but more like he was big into art and comic books, and you know, that's the song that I feel like is probably one of the most driven ones. And it's very low key. Like, we didn't put a lot of marketing into it. It was just, hey, if this naturally it's supposed to take off, cool. But this is something very deep and personal to me. With the lyrics that was helped with Ryan, when he was our front man, helped write a lot of the lyrics, and then for choruses and stuff, very powerful to get that message out. But I felt like I didn't want to monetize on something that felt so real to me. So that's why I'm like, okay, you know, we'll put this out and keep it out there. It's just,
Absolutely.
you know,
Man.
it's a very deep, the hidden gem you have to dig for.
Yeah. I definitely am gonna take a look as soon as I get out here. But I wanted to just clarify for our guests or whoever's tuning in. You said serve. Does that mean that there was a moment where you served our country is in the military? Is
Yeah,
that what you meant?
I was in the Army 5 years. I didn't last too long,
We
but
we
yeah,
I just wanted to let you know, we especially and not to give too much away about what we have coming up, but we do have some subject matter on this EP that is heavily influenced by a certain by the military, and it is by a certain person's story and their struggle
right,
with the war. They're still fighting within themselves when they come home. And I myself and this band is a very big supporter of the military, and we love the United States of America, you know, and the sacrifices that are given, you know. And so I just wanted to thank you personally for your service, and I think it's amazing that you're doing something with music and you're following your passion and you're following your purpose in life, and hopefully we can give more veterans, more people, the courage to do the same things and to live and be artists, and I'm sure it's very therapeutic for you. And I'm sorry about the brothers you've lost. So I just wanted to say
yeah,
that.
yeah. Thank you, man. And that really means a lot. You know, it's kind of tough. You know, you have you know, those memories you hold on to, and what better way than to just draw it out and put it on paper or into music and let it out instead of just staying up here, man. This is a
Yeah,
really messed up area, like, world to be in. And you know, it gets pretty dark. So it's just like, you put the music out, you put your heart and soul into it, and if it works, and if it doesn't, you have that pride and sense knowing that you're able to create. And anybody, you know, you're in the military and you're ready to retire, or you're being let go or honorably discharged or whatever, just find that passion and just drive with it. But, you know, a
absolutely.
balanced way. you want to go for that. You know, you don't want to just dump everything and go. I feel like balance is everything. And that's what helped me, just kind of every now and again I'll keel over to one, not like carry to stay focused and carry both equally, and you know, with family and music and my other jobs that I work and, you know, doing production and live sound. So, you know, balancing that I feel is like more challenging, but I like it. It makes me feel alive, that I'm have a goal towards something. And you know, I think a lot of lives could be saved if, you know, if we show this to others that might be struggling, you know, with dark times. I'm like, hey man, just follow a passion, something that drives you, and you'll see how everything just changes. So,
Absolutely.
and for a good way.
Absolutely, man. And I just wanted to, I think that's beautiful, man. I think that's beautiful. So what can we, so in terms of, so I know that this band, I'm pretty sure you guys have had quite a bit of touring. Like you guys have done some tours. Yes? No?
Actually, no. We've done one-off shows, like kind of far out, but
yeah, that's what I was kind of touching on.
Our bass player is really good with our bass player is really good with finances, and he kind of takes charge on that. So when he looks at the paperwork at what it's going to be like touring, we figured in this market, in this climate, you're losing so much money as a startup band. It's way better to build your community online, and let's face it, and then once the demand builds, you'll be able to get really good shows and not have to tour as much. Definitely, it's way better to stay on focus with that, because you're losing so much time and money trying to build a fan base in front of somebody else's fans.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Some people love it, and hell, go for it. But if you're like me, a realist, and you look at the numbers, right, you're like, okay, it's not worth to struggle that hard when you have a huge world of an outlet, which is YouTube, TikTok now, like we're into, like everywhere, and you can reach broader audiences like doing that way. So
absolutely,
you spend a fraction of what you would on tour just focusing on advertising, and it's way better that way, honestly.
I agree with you. I think that it's you know, that's what they refer to as I guess grassroots promotion. So you know, having that you know, that deep connection to the fan base at like a one-on-one level, you know, and that's what like I try to do with this is try to get more people, you know, even if it's just one person at a time, just to create, you know, relationships, get it bigger, and you know, those are the ones that stay forever. Those are the people that listen repeatedly, you know.
Right.
The reason I asked about the touring was because I remember when I saw you guys in Shanghai's back then. I saw your trailer pull up, and I saw your racks, and I saw you guys had everything just organized, and I was like, these guys have got to have been on the road, man. Like these guys. And I saw you guys play, and it was a great show. And you know, I think it was a little hard to hear for all of us, but you guys came in and you know, destroyed the place. You had some great energy at that show.
Thanks, man.
I just want, it was good stuff, man. And I was just like, God, you guys did it so professional. Like I was like, I'd only been in a band for like a year and a half, and I was just like, oh shit.
I think the help.
Go ahead.
The help definitely comes from me touring with I tour manage other bigger acts.
I knew it was something. Yeah, I knew it was something.
And our sound guy Barton, like he's the, you know, the engineer that he and I built this. We ran a studio together, and he also had some touring experience with the Lax and everything. So we had him on board, and he and I were pretty tight, and kept the show like, hey man, we're not gonna lose anything, no piece of gear. Like, let's just make sure we're on it and ready to rock and roll and go for it.
The Lax, it's actually interesting you mentioned that. Those guys tour a lot. There was a drummer named Dean Andrews. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh, I love Dean. Dean is
he's a homie, guy, man. Love that guy. Yeah, and he toured with them forever, and he helped us out when I was in Dark Summer. He helped us out in that band as well. And you know, I definitely can relate to you. You know, the sacrifices you've had to make is, you know, being a part of the band, then stepping up to be the front man, and I know what that's like to want to do things yourself, and I think you're doing a great job with it. Before I jump to my next set of questions, we're not going to keep you much longer because I don't want to torture you on a Saturday because you look like you're doing something a lot funner than this. So what can we without giving away too much, can we expect another and if it wasn't mentioned already, I do apologize, but what can we expect? What's new coming up? We're working on music videos. Do we have any new music that that we're gonna put out after You Should See Me in a Crown? What can we expect? Anything coming up?
Yeah, for sure. Like we've been in our caves just working nonstop, and my drummer and I just coming up with like a new way to grant our listeners a true experience, and that's been through building the NFT community that we're building, and we've started to meet other artists that are starting from scratch, just going this route, and I'm like, dude, this has got to be it, man, because you give them ownership of part of the band, part of the, of investing in the band without needing to do anything but just hold yourself as a part of our team, as a part of our community. And we give them incentives, like we're able to have smart contracts through an NFT, which is what looks on the forefront as an image, but really it's a token where they're given perks and it's always updated, and we're always keeping them apprised of like what's
That's
going on. We'll drop music, and all this is being built. It hasn't been like fully like properly launched. We're just starting small and giving whoever's right now that we've able to drop them some free NFTs containing music, imagery that we've come up with, and give them an experience like, hey, we're gonna send these shirts out because you're a token member and you're supporting the band and building that core fan base. I think it's much better than trying to reach broad audience right away and just
I agree with you.
like
Yes.
little by little, like you and I are doing right now. Like, you have your project, I have my project, and who's to say that collaboration can't be even easier with NFTs and kind of just you get a lot of young minds that are into it, and even you try to school old dogs like us, and we're not too keen on it, so we'll do our research. I'm like, after a year to like almost over a year of researching, I'm like, this has got to be it, man. Like I said, but it's in the ground level right now, and we're hoping for the best as well. Like, that this is music, man. It's all passion, and things can go wrong, things can go right, but you're just for whatever's new.
Agreed, man. Awesome. Well, this is exciting, and this is it's really cool. We interviewed Chasing yesterday from Texas last week. Who knows who we're gonna get next, but we got you guys, and it's so interesting to hear what everyone's strategy is, and this is a very interesting one. I have to say, this is great work. I know this is very well thought out. So now that we've tackled the music section, I always love to ask fun questions. We'll keep it brief, but I always love to get to know people a little bit on a different level. That's what, when I was a 14-year-old kid going to the House of Blues to see my favorite artist, I always wanted to know, what what they're into. Are they human?
Right.
So here we go. So hot dogs or pizza?
Pizza.
And do we have a favorite pizza joint in mind? Are we 7-Eleven, Domino's? What are we?
It's got to be Papa Joe's, man. He's got true like New York pizza. Like it's thebomb.com, man. It's the real deal. Yeah.
This one's personalized for you because you're a military guy. What's the worst military ration you've ever had?
It's got to be the beef stroganoff. Yeah, that's just,
some people like
bad, man. It looks like your friend got drunk and just puked in a pouch, and it was just bad, man. For me, anyway. But every now and again we get some M&Ms in there, and then we like pawn it off. Or there was always one or two guys that got M&Ms, and everybody else got stuck with something else that was gross, and we try to sell it for like $5-10. That's probably like the most fun part of it.
Yeah, I know you guys got a little currency system in there. I know a few guys in the military. Dance club or strip club?
Probably dance club. You just get to have more fun that way. Like I like to dance with my fiance, and we have
Okay.
a lot of fun. Just like it could be anything, and we don't even know how to dance it. Like we're bad at salsa, but we'll dance. You know, we'll try.
Man, you'll put yourself out there. That's great.
Yeah.
Biggest influence or biggest influence? Who made you want? Who would you credit with making you really want to do music? Who would you say it is? Yeah, to choose one album or one thing. Yeah.
You know, when I was younger, I thought it was artists, but it's got to be my brother, man. He was my biggest supporter, and
In the same way.
Yeah, before we lost him, he made me promise that I'd keep doing this, and you know, I've got artwork, you know, in memoriam of him. You know, of like from beyond the grave, he's you know, pushing me to keep moving forward. So you know, he's got to be my biggest influence. Number one. Number two is my son, and number three is probably Guns N' Roses, because that was the first band I've ever seen like as a kid, and I
love
it. I wanted to be Slash. So
love it. I just want to tell you that's beautiful. I have a brother named Mike. He's 5 years older than me. He's fed my creativity and been always the person that tells me if something sucks, tells me if something's good. But he's always lifted me up. Like I used to get teased all the time by him, but the one time where he was always like, "Well, holy shit!" Like he made me feel like I had superpowers was because when I play guitar and sing. That was the only time. And so we've always connected there. And I think I had an experience in my life where I wanted to change and I wanted to pursue music, and he really fed that. Rest in peace to your brother. I know he's still with us, but I know that in the flesh he may not be here, but he's going to be with you always. I just think that is so beautiful, man. That's wonderful, man, that you get inspiration. I can relate on some level with that. Last one, and I'm trying not to let it slip my mind. Okay, Universal or Disney?
Universal.
Universal's all about the rides, baby. Any favorite rides there?
It's got to be the Transformers ride. I think that's the sickest ride. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
Wow, dude. Awesome. Oh, and Islands of Adventure does count. It can be either or. I kind of skewed the question.
Definitely.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so guys. Sorry, I'm thinking I'm interviewing a band here. Angel, where can we find you? Any websites? We can definitely find you on Spotify and the major digital platforms. Devil's Envy, guys. Where else can we find you? Where can we listen? You know, where can we get the feel for the experience of Devil's Envy?
Right now we're trying to push more like YouTube content, so we definitely have some gems on there. Like we have Masterminds on there, which is based off the NFT we put out. Instrumental track that the band wrote together. You find us on Spotify, of course. Now we just started a TikTok page. Well, we kind of restarted it. You can find us on there as well, Devil's Envy Official. And then we post more content on Instagram right now, like a lot of reels. That's been pretty funny and cool at the same time.
I've seen a few of them. I like it. I definitely like it. I like the hidden talent ones. I don't know if you saw the guy from Pop Evil, dude. He's like, so I have a hidden talent or something like that. I guess that's a new trend or something like that. I'll do something weird. But anything you'd like to say to the fans? Anything you'd like to send a message? This has been an amazing hangout, man. I love this. Dude. I love this. This is great. Anything you'd like to
do it again, man?
Yeah, of course.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Well, to your listeners, thank you guys for having me. Thank you for listening thus far. I know some podcasts can get kind of dragging, but hey, man, you're an amazing dude. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
If there's any of our fans on here, we love you guys. Keep in touch with us on our Discord page. You can follow our link on our Instagram, and it'll take you right there. Just follow Discord. It's a much more immersive experience to just chat with us and you know, just basically share their thoughts on, you know, what we're doing, some behind the scenes stuff, or even some cool sneak peeks.
So. Absolutely, man. Awesome. Well, we're going to go ahead and sign off. This has been amazing. Enjoy your day at the beach. This has been a fantastic interview.